Damn, AJ, why you gotta kill Bless? Oh well. How's everybody doing? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great day at the Big Daddy Blaze Show. I'm your lovable host, Big Daddy. Let's get the show rolling. Today's episode is brought to you by Big Daddy's Diabetes in a Can. If you need that extra pep to take you to your grave, reach over for Big Daddy's Diabetes in a Can. Oh yeah. So what's going on today? Well, I had a great weekend. I hope you guys did too. And a few things I read over the weekend, interesting things, and globally in politics, there's a lot of things going on. But I care not to talk about that. Although I would say, come on, people, Trump is getting a lot of attention right now. That's all I want to say about that. Anyway, so I read this article by Miley Cyrus in one of the magazines, Marie Claire. I didn't read the actual magazine or have a subscription. I just know that's where the article came from. Anyway, in this article, it's pretty much Hannah Montana was hard. Was being Hannah Montana was kind of hard on Miley Cyrus. And the article talks about how you know how the show and the people on the show, producers, camera people, not camera people, producers, directors, owners of the company, whatnot, how they made her, a young lady, a 12-year-old, 13-year-old child, feel ugly for years. And you're probably wondering how so, but think about it. She's being told, yo, you're going to be a pop star in this show, and you're not anything like that right now. So we're gonna have to put a wig, a ton of makeup, and these outfits so you can be presented as what we want people to think you are. And this is the kind of influence that we're pushing on young girls, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 6-year-old, 14-year-olds. Come on, people. It was, whew, it destroyed her. And then people are wondering why she wants to be the exact opposite of what she was in the show. Pretty much, she wants to make sure everybody knows. Well, actually, not even about us. It's really about her. She really wants to do this kind of thing so she feels better about herself. And when you do the comparison of what she looks like now to compare what she looked like back then, yeah, you can definitely say she went the opposite route. But now she feels like a fearless performer with thrives who thrives on speaking her mind and pushing boundaries. And sure enough, if you actually are a fan of her, or if you just watch, the media and see how she's presenting herself, I think you will agree. She really wants to push boundaries. Oh well, what else is going on? All right, let's talk some tech. This is something I know you dog lovers are gonna like, but the future of dog collars is Buddy. Now, you're probably asking, what is Buddy? Buddy is a new dog collar that is like a smartphone for your dog. Okay, this is pretty cool, and I thought I liked it too. I don't have a dog yet, but when I do, I'm probably gonna end up being this guy who buys this thing. Anyway, Buddy is a new dog collar that's like a smartphone and comes with an app with the device. So you work it on your phone and pretty much it tracks the location, vitals, and health of your dogs at all times. And it's pretty cool. It sends all this information to your app. Now the thing about this is gonna extend the lifespan of your dog because now it's like you're keeping him healthy, you're keeping him active, and you're monitoring him a lot. Wow, I wish they did something like that for us. Actually, I think they do have things like that for us humans. Anyway, pretty much what it is a collar that goes around the dog. And it's pretty nice looking too. It has LED lights of different colors, and you can like customize it where you can either see multiple colors, one solid colors, or different patterns of colors. I thought it was pretty cool. And what else? If your dog you can like put on your phone a certain boundary, and if that dog happens to leave that boundary, your phone is alerted. It also has like features that you can actually talk to your dog, tell you, hey Skippy, come home right now, and the dog will hear your voice and automatically want to come home. Not only that, but it also tracks the health and vitals of the dog. So if your lovely dog happens to, start performing differently, maybe he's sick, maybe he's lazy, maybe he's getting fat, it's going to be on your phone. And you can take this information to your vet, and that will better help your vet determine what is the best course of action for keeping your dog alive and healthy. So I think it's a great idea. Y'all should look into it. Price is a little pricey in comparison to most collars, but then again, most collars don't come with any any software, any hardware, anything technology. It's just a strap around the neck. This thing is actually does something. Think about it. It's the regular price for the good one is $300. Now there's a second model that doesn't come with the GPS feature. That's $240, and there's the base model that's $180. But that also lacks the GPS and the fitness tracking hardware. So consider that. I'm getting the 300. So now let's move on to the next subject I want to talk about today. And this subject is actually similar to another topic that I had before. Do you guys remember when I gave you the effects of soda pop or soda? Well, I say pop. The effects of soda in within an hour in the human system. Well, today it's not going to be soda. It's going to be an energy drink that I'm going to talk about. And if you want to know more details about this, the information can be got on personalaidlies.co.uk. Obviously, it wasn't in America when we found out this study was somewhere else. But anyway, the study showed that in 10 minutes of drinking this item, the caffeine will enter your bloodstream and your heart rate and blood pressure will rise. Once again, this is not a positive thing, people. If you're sitting down or laying down, your heart should not be pumping hard or fast. If you're running, then yes, just something to think about. What else? 15 to 45 minutes, the caffeine level peaks in your bloodstream. Peaks. That's not a good thing. And the stimulants in the energy drink begins to work. This causes an improvement in concentration and in how alert you are. So there is a positive side to this, but the negative, in my opinion, outweigh the positive. Moving on, 30 to 50 minutes of drinking this item or this energy drink, all the caffeine is fully absorbed. And as a result of all the caffeine being absorbed, your liver begins to concentrate. No, I'm sorry. Your liver responds by absorbing more sugar. It doesn't even say. Where is the sugar? Oh, yeah. Sugar in this one can is 27 grams. That's a lot. And I know most of you guys understand the weight of a gram. Now, how? Let's not talk about that. But you know how much a gram weighs. This thing has 27 grams of sugar. That's a lot of freaking sugar. And it also has salt. Yeah, this is horrible for your heart. So, once an hour has passed, you start to experience a sugar rush. The caffeine begins to die down, and you start feeling tired and low energy. Later on, you will experience a sugar crash, and the caffeine depletion will make you more tired than you were before you drank the can. So why do people do it? I mean, this is I don't know. I don't even know why they legally sell this stuff, but I guess if it's not pure poison, you can legally sell it. Whatever. The funny thing is, unlike the soda, when I did that video, my video, and I talked about the soda stopped at an hour. But this thing doesn't stop in an hour. The research showed that the effects continue for like weeks. Like there's something in your body that's wrong, and it was caused by one of these weeks and days later. That doesn't sound like a drink to me. That sounds like, ugh. Anyway, so yeah, Please, guys, consider all that before you take your next sip of an energy drink. Unlike soda, I don't drink energy drinks. So let's lighten the mood a little. Let's move on beyond that. And I come with you guys with the joke of the day. What do you call two fat people having a little chat? It is called a heavy discussion. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm trying to keep this video short because I know the last one you guys were like, God. So what else is going on? Oh, this little research is real interesting. I like it, especially you video game guys. You guys might like it. But basically, it playing Tetris can stop cravings of sex, alcohol, and food. Yes, it can. Apparently, this was a study done by a team of psychologists from the University of no, but from Plymouth University and Queensland University of Technology. This group of psychologists from both these schools got together and did this research and found out that playing Tetris for 3 minutes a day, just 3 minutes, Tetris. And if you guys don't know what Tetris is, it's the one with the little block that goes down. You guys make a line and it disappears. That game. With playing that for at least 3 minutes a day will decrease the cravings for sex, alcohol, food, and other things from 75, the strength of 75% to 56%. Now, it's not a big difference, but it is something. And I like this. I like this because this is great information to have, especially for individuals who are in the field where they try to get people off of drugs or out of any addiction, because drugs is not the only addictions out there, people. Think about it. And so I like this study. And I can actually relate to this study because I knew somebody who used to do drugs and at one point came to me saying he wants to stop. But the individual never had anything to do beyond work. As a result, boredom leads to people experimenting with drugs. And this was an individual a little older than me. And so because he was older than me, not because he's older than me, but just because he wasn't into video games. Now imagine if instead of being bored and saying, I guess I'll do drugs because I have nothing to do, he begins to play video games. Yeah. So if you guys want to control your cravings, if you guys need a means to, distract your mind so you don't crave these addictions that you're trying to get over, go play Tetris. I recommend play another video game or Tetris. All right, moving on to the fifth subject of the day, probably the last subject of the day too. Pre-drink to avoid hangover. Now this information is for all my drinking friends. Y'all know who you are. Check this out. If in order to they found out that in Australia they found out that if you drink pear, pear, the little green or brown fruit, if you eat pure pear juice prior to you drinking, you will avoid the hangover. It's not a guarantee, but you really will lessen the amount of pain and dehydration and whatnot that you will experience in your hangover if you do this before you start drinking. You can also do it as you're drinking, but they do emphasize that you do not do it once the hangover starts, or once you're drunk, actually. Because then it will have no effects, and you're just drinking juice to drink juice, which is still not bad. It's pure pear juice. But the point is, we want to avoid the hangover pear juice before you drink. Now, it's hard to say, well, I'm going to drink this right now because later I'm going to drink alcohol. It is hard. But just keep it in mind. If you're ever at, I don't know, TGI Friday, Ruby Tuesday, Applebee's, Outback, something like that, ask them, do you guys have any pear juice? And can I have that before you start drinking? The next day, you guys probably love me that I told you this information, so I hope you guys use it. And that's pretty much going to wrap the show for today, folks. Like I said, I'm keeping it a little shorter than usual. Actually, it doesn't seem that way, but I am. And I'll leave you with this today. The quote of the day is, nothing is impossible. The word itself reads, I'm possible. With that said, my friends, I'll catch you guys next time.